Hello, hello! Today we have a new kind of video today for the new year. I thought I would review this with a last makeup look. This is the Nomad Cosmetics. This is the, I believe it's pronounced the Chamonix Après-Ski. I have no idea if I was even close, but I love this packaging on the outside. It's not a Christmas palette as much as it is like a winter palette. This came out just this year in 2025. I believe it came out in January. So this feels very January to me. It absolutely does. It feels not super Christmassy, not super Valentine's. It's like spending time with your loved ones in the cold, and that feels super winter to me. This is what the front looks like. On the back you'll see that color story there. And I gotta tell you off the bat, I really have loved this color story. Just the color story itself got me so hyped and interested and excited for this palette when it came out this year. I absolutely love these teals and like mint shades. Those kind of shades I absolutely adore. And then just like these kind of like berry pinks. And then you'll see when we open up the palette, you would think that these two rows are blue, but I think that these are blue, and then this over here is kind of like a grayish purple. But this is inspired, I guess, by they were at the Chamonix Mont Blanc mountain, it looks like, and it's inspired by skiing, and I think that's really cool. And you have this beautiful, it's completely, there's an image inside as well. It's really pretty, and the outside matches the inside. And I'm right about done using every shade in this palette, so I thought we would use the last of it right before, I completely finish using every shade. I thought we could do this live. I haven't done a video with doing makeup in several months, so I thought I would show up again just for the new year, just to do something quick, because my look today, the last three shades that I have are all matte shades, so I'm actually not working with shimmers today, which is funny because I love shimmers. But that does remind me, I got a ColourPop happy birthday gift where they're like, it's a birthday gift, but you have to spend $15 first. So I got this email, it's like, happy birthday, this was back in November, happy birthday. Here is a free little single, what are those called? Let me go grab it. Super Shock Shadows. I got mine in ice cream. It says ultra glitter, and I'm just putting on my concealer on my eyes so I can start applying. So I think I'll put this on top because I haven't even used this. I haven't even swatched it. I don't know what it looks like, but I feel like it's because it has this kind of blue shimmery reflect, it's going to work well with the look I'm going to do today, because the shades that I have left are actually the greens. So I think that these blues are going to go very well with these greens. So there is a mirror in here, and I want to show y'all these shades because I've been using this right up until the end. I love this color story. I started watching a couple reviews from other beauty reviewers, and they were saying that this palette is cool toned, and some people didn't like it because it was cool toned. They're like, this palette is definitely for the cool toned person. And then other gals like me were like, you know what, I never really use cool tones. I don't really like cool tones, but this palette just works, and it's so beautiful, and it really, really is. I love this color story. I've said it before for other palettes, and I feel the same way for this one. I don't think you can like confuse this palette with any other palette. Like, you know that this palette belongs to Nomad Cosmetics. I think it's just so lovely, and these aren't the exact kind of shades I would use, but for the winter, this makes so much sense to me. It makes so much sense to me. There's something a little like cheeky and nostalgic about this color story. The shimmers are very finely pressed, so you're not going to get like a super exaggerated shimmer, which usually isn't, you know, my cup of tea, but I really liked how pretty and just subtle these shimmers actually ended up being. And then we have these beautiful, these top three are like the best in here, I feel like. Those are like just absolutely beautiful, and I'll do some swatches at the end, but as of right now, the only shades I have not used in this palette is this row right here. So I'm going to be doing a green look. I originally I did this full look right here, and I did a look right there, and then for over here, oh actually that's not what I did. No, that's not what I did. I did a full look here and a full look here, and then what I ended up doing is on this side, I believe I ended up, I did a look here in this corner, and then I did a look here this corner, because you can see this one goes from light to dark, and this one goes from light to dark from the bottom up, and this one goes from the top to bottom, bottom up, top to bottom, bottom up. I really like that. That makes That makes sense to me, even though they're kind of switched on and off. Like, that still makes sense to me. So I'm gonna start with fondue, and I'm gonna come look this way, and I've got my mirror right here. I'm dipping into that lightest mint shade. I don't think I dipped in properly. I didn't realize where I've been dipping. And they're very soft. There we go. I dipped in and then I didn't know where on the brush I had put it on the brush. I love a shade like this. And it's like, to be honest, of course, it's like there, but not like super pigmented. I would say it's kind of like mediumly pigmented, because I have seen light mint shades like this a lot more pigmented. But it looks like you can build this up, so you're good. And that's the first eye, and this should be simple enough. In case you can't tell, go this way, I'm definitely keeping this palette. I really like this palette. I'm really happy, of course, like pretty much almost everything for this past year, I was able to get it on sale. So there will be, as always, my receipts down below. I bought this myself. When did I get this? I feel like I got this possibly during Earth Day? I don't know. I don't remember now at this point, because it came out just this year, and I would not have bought this if it wasn't on sale. So at some point this went on sale. Oh, you know when it was? I think it was when, so they came back, Nomad Cosmetics came back with like 3 updated palettes, old palettes they had done before, and they had like redone the formula. So they came back with this new formula, but with the same color stories and theme, and they resold those, and I picked up, I wish I remembered the names, but I picked one up that, of course, it had purple, yellow, and pink. It was like French themed, and I picked that one up because I love yellow, and I love purple. I do like purple and yellow. Like, that was the colors that we used during my wedding, purple and yellow. So I picked that up because I'd been interested for a while, and I'm glad I kind of picked up the new one, because from the videos that I've seen of that palette, a lot of people ended up decluttering that palette. I guess it just did not vibe for them. Maybe I think the formula also wasn't that best. So that makes sense as to why they ended up deciding to reformulate that palette. And then there was another palette. I can tell you the one I didn't get. There was a Berlin one, like I guess in Germany, Berlin, like Berlin Underground, I think is what it was called. And while I was kind of interested in the story, when I realized that the formula included like cannabis oil, I am allergic to cannabis, so I'm so glad that I happened to see that, because I don't usually read the ingredients, but for some reason something told me I needed to look at the ingredients. I'm so freaking glad I did, because then I would have had a allergic reaction. The other two do not have cannabis oil in the product, so that's good, because I also ended up grabbing there was like a national parks palette, and I ended up grabbing that one as well. And I think that's when I grabbed this Après-Ski, because there was like a sale going on. So I think pretty sure that's when I grabbed it. Not that it particularly matters, but I also always try to, if the code that I got it on is on the receipt, on that receipt confirmation email that I get, I still include that. Now at the point that you end up seeing these videos, I know you won't be able to use that code, but for future kind of reference sake, I always do that. I don't know, I'm sure there's someone else out there like me. So sometimes I'd be looking, because you know, I only try to buy palettes, makeup products when it's on sale. So if I don't see it on sale, I try to look for a code. We're trying to figure out, when is this brand going to have a sale? So I'll look at past videos, and even though there may not be like an affiliate code available or something like that, then I still try to see like, okay, when have they had sales though, right? Like for Nomad Cosmetics, if you looked online, you may find that they tend to have sales on Earth Day. Not other brands tend to have sales on Earth Day. So that makes a lot more sense. So if I post a video and you see a code there for Earth Day, or like Black Friday 25 or something like that, you know for the future, okay, I think this palette or this product should hopefully, probably still be there. I'll wait around for Earth Day or Labor Day or 4th of July, where it seems like for the whatever year you find it, or how many years you find, okay, they've had a 4th of July sale the past 3 years of videos I can find. They're probably going to have another one this 4th of July or this Valentine's Day, whatever the next holiday or whatever special might be happening. I'm gonna wait it out. Because that's what I did with these. Like, I realized it took me just 1 year to be like, oh, last year I got this palette on Earth Day or whatever it was. I'm gonna wait next year, or if I miss something out, I can wait for that following holiday or that following holiday. So that's how I usually am able to get more products on sale. Because at this point, I mean, I don't know. I've been hearing a lot. There have been a lot of, I don't want to say a lot because that might be not true, but it feels like a lot of people are dropping out of the beauty community because they're like, well, everything is more or less good now. Like, you don't usually have to really review products anymore because you expect them to be quite good. Most products are not bad anymore as they used to be. The brands have definitely learned, but I still like to review because yes, sometimes you do get a dud occasionally, I do find, but then also, like, I've said this since the very beginning, not every palette is for you, so I understand sometimes I use a palette and I may tell you, hey, there's nothing wrong with the formula, it just didn't work for my skin tone, or it has a formula that's a lot more drier, and I have like oily combo skin, which I do, so I don't really need a drier formula, you know, it just depends. But this is the look as it is currently. I'm going to finish it off and then we can do my final thoughts. Alright, and here is the final look. I totally forgot to add that little bit of sparkle from the ColourPop, and I'll make sure to swatch that, and I'm kind of interested now to swatch that against the white shade that's in here. I have my metallic falsies on. It's just easier when I'm making videos to put some magnetic lashes on, because then I can pull these right off when I'm done filming. So as always, I always try to either I swatch the worst of the shades in the palette, or I end up swatching like the best of the shades in the palette. In this case, we are swatching the best shades. So let's start off first with our comparison. So I opened up that ColourPop, the Ice Cream Super Shock Shadow in Ultra Glitter, and it's just like a beautifully shimmery shade there. It's got that blue reflect, really pretty. A lot of people will probably use this for like an inner corner or something. I'm going to swatch this. And it's very light because it's more of a topper, which I feel like you can really see how much of a topper it is there. Let's do it right there. It's very light but very shimmery. That's pretty. Okay, now I want to do it against the one that's in this palette. So in this palette, we have a similar kind of shade. This one I think is a little bit more wet, a little bit more crumbly. What I'm going to be comparing it to, well, first I'm going to swatch the, like I said, this first row of shimmers just looks absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to put it up against this shade. This shade has a little bit more of a green, mint green kind of shift, so I think that would be interesting. But I guess really quickly, let's just swatch the mattes before we start digging into the shimmers, because once we start digging into the shimmers, there's going to be sparkle everywhere. So I'm going to, let me put this backwards so there's not a mirror reflecting at you guys. Let's pull, I really loved this shade right here, really pretty. This berry shade is also really nice. It looks super intense, but I don't think it's as intense as you think it is. And then I'll swatch this shade as well, because it's, I would say, the lightest shade in here, just so you can see that this is also pigmented. Like, it's really nice, it's pigmented, okay? So let's actually put it on our arm now. I'm going to leave some space for the other swatches I want to do. So I'm going to, I guess, swatch this way first, and then I'll show you the swatches that I'm doing. I'm going to go back into that light shade right there, just so you can see it a bit more. So I do have to double dip on that really light shade. But the other shades, I just swatched once. Whoop, I'm coming out of frame. So there we have those shades right there. And yeah, I mean, I think the matte shades in here worked really well. They were really nice and soft. I didn't really have any issues with the matte shades. The sparkly ones, I think it depends on what you like. I do like a more kind of wet shimmer, but these are so beautifully, finely pressed, and it's just, again, it reminds me of winter, like, so I don't mind it too much. It depends on what you like, but it's not as much as like something that really takes away from the palette for me. So, ooh, wait a minute. This has, I don't know, I'm seeing more of a pink shift right here. Okay, let's see. Let's swatch and compare. Oh, that has a pink shift. It's like a pink purple, a purple? Maybe it's a purple shift. Well, we're gonna swatch them all together regardless. And I love, I don't know what it is about this metallic purple shade. So pretty. So we have like these lighter shades, like those first two, that are going to be a lot more, so up here. Oh, that is actually not too far off. And then we'll do the green. Oh, and then this is a metallic. So the formula is completely different. This is a metallic shade. It's not like a duochrome. Oh, wow. Let's see if I can get up in there. Can you see that? Let's see. So we have this first shade that is the Color Pop, and then the two shades that are the duochromes, and then the metallic right there. That is so pretty. I hope it's being caught. Sorry, I'm trying to look into the mirror to make sure that it's being seen on the camera, and I have to, I'm like, okay, when I make a left, it looks like a right in the mirror, so I'm like trying to adjust as I can. But, how pretty. Wow, okay, so, I think, let's see. It's like close, it's definitely like a sister, but it's not the same. It's definitely not the same. I'm going to put this blue on so I could try it. It's really pretty. That's really pretty, that. Look, oh, I love that shift. That's so gorgeous. That's so gorgeous. What other shades? I just really love the layout. It's super simple. It makes sense. It's one of those palettes where these aren't really shades that are like super common in the other palettes. So it doesn't feel like repetitive for me, because it's not like, oh, well, you know, I have, you know, these shimmer shades in another palette or somewhere. I just feel a little bit more unique. I'm going to swatch this blue right here. And then let's do this dark green. And then, let's see. I guess we'll do, let's do the dark pink shimmer. Like that still feels very festive to me. Like that still feels so pretty to me. And I'm gonna swatch over here. Yeah, you can definitely see, like, it's kind of translucent, so that one's a topper. This one's a lot more not transparent, and I think same with this one. They're a little bit more opaque. Those last two. That first, this blue, is definitely more translucent. Those are gorgeous. How pretty. Yeah, this palette is just such a win. It's so fun. It's so winter, and it's, I don't know, I just really love it. I just enjoyed it. I like you having a palette that makes you think a little bit, but it's just simple. It's so simple. It's, because obviously, like, it's set up just so simply, but at the same time, I feel like it kind of did make me think a little bit, because I'm like, oh, well, you know, these shades can go with those shades, and then those shades can go with these shades, and they all kind of just work together, and I think it's because they're all kind of cool toned in a way. You're not going to see a lot of cool tone palettes for my collection. That's, I think, not usually what I gravitate towards, but I definitely gravitated towards these greens, and I think they're absolutely beautiful. I happened to catch some reviews from some other people, and I think they're just about excited as I am. I think this is a really good addition to your collection. I don't think you're likely to really have anything that looks like this, but let me know down below. I think this is such a gorgeous palette. I'm really happy to end this year with this Nomad Cosmetics palette.